interesting that you brought up that language actually is very connected to the concepts of people, depending on the cultures. One thing I realized is that when I'm your personality changes when you're shifting languages, right? So when I'm talking to Koreans in Korean, I have how do you say this? I have certain personality that sticks with me that it changes when I'm talking to people who speak English.
Right.
And the reason, maybe I had a reflection on myself, and maybe the reason I'm drawn to foreigners in Korea is maybe because I like talking to people in English with the mindset of English language, which opens up more aspects of thinking, I guess. I'm not sure how to put this, but there are certain topics that you can talk with Koreans in Korean languages because maybe it's taboo or maybe it's not. Uh, Maybe it's not an open topic for conversation with different people. But when I'm talking in English, there are topics that I can talk about freely. And I was talking to this with another person the other day. Um, it's kind of when she's also a foreigner. She comes from California, I think. And when she's talking to Koreans, she also speaks decent Korean, but she has this limitations when it comes to topics to talk about. Not because she doesn't know about that, but because Koreans kind of shy away from these topics. Have you also felt that way?
Yeah, of course. And adding to that as well, to be honest, I don't like myself in Korean.
Okay, that's new.
I feel that and it's something that I'm really trying to break free from, is the version of myself that I've created in the language, which I don't really like too much. I'm very submissive, very passive. I'm not very outspoken. If I have any opinions, I'm not as proactive and open to expressing them not because there's the language barrier, but because the personality that I've created over the years.
Is that because of work culture, do you think?
I think it's because that's a good question. Why? I feel like what you were saying, Korean culture is a bit more closed, a bit more conservative, a bit more withdrawn, sort of, than Spanish or English. It's less loud.
Yeah, I
it's
agree.
less outspoken. So I feel that for me, in order to actually fit in society, I've had to adopt behaviors that don't necessarily go with my original personality, and that has been sort of like unified to the language. So whenever I switch to Korean, I just become this more shy, much more retrieved version of myself.
But I think the mindset that is shaped with the Korean language itself is kind of submissive in some ways.
Yeah.
Because like you've mentioned, Korea is quite closed compared to other countries. So when you're speaking in the language, I can understand why you have that side of you that just pops out. So that's interesting.
It's one of my goals of this year let's rewire my brain. Which the good news is that it's possible. It's possible to change. It's possible to learn. It's possible to grow. It's possible to rewire. I noticed that as soon as I start speaking the language, Korean, my face is like 정색 빨고 이렇게 진지해지고. So it's like, hey, wow, I'm not able to smile in the language so often.
Fun enough.
I'm not fun enough, right? So hey, I'm gonna say, hey, as soon as I start speaking language, I'm gonna be conscious about adopting a much more positive posture, more facial expressions, more. I've realized that Koreans don't use hand gestures as much as foreigners. So hey, let's try to adopt a much more outgoing sort of like personality in the language as soon as you do that. So it's a big challenge because it's already very like solidified in my brain. But I mean, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best.